Welcome into the Crossover Presents Home Turf Episode 2. This is where passion meets purpose. I am your host, Neil. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, we're going to be ranking the most prominent quarterbacks in the 2025 NFL football season. Yes, it is almost that time again, boys and girls. So, let's jump right into it. As you can see, these are the tiers we have starting out from lowest to highest. We have trash, unproven, washed, below average, mid, top 10, and elite. So as I go ahead and get everything pulled up here, I'm just going to go ahead and let you know that there are multiple quarterbacks from each team listed. I think that is just because in case there's a quarterback battle or controversy happening, that is why there's multiple. As you can see, once we get to the Cleveland Browns, there's going to be 4. So, first up, we have Justin Fields with his new team, the New York Jets. I thought Justin Fields kind of got a bad rap last year in Pittsburgh. I thought he played pretty well. Maybe there's some things he could have did better. All in all, not a bad quarterback. I almost have him at mid, but we're going to go ahead and just put him just slightly below average. Second quarterback we have is Drake May. It's kind of hard to take away anything from his rookie season. He didn't really have a lot of weapons to throw to. This year, he's got a new head coach in Mike Vrabel, defensive-minded type guy. So we'll see. He did get Stephon Diggs in the offseason if he's actually going to show up and play this year. But I still have him for unproven for now. Next up, Tua Tagovailoa. Once again, I got to preface this by saying not an Alabama fan by any means, but I feel like a lot of people are kind of hard on Tua. I think he's tough. Can you say durable? I don't know. With the concussions and everything, um, just a boatload of accuracy on his arm. Great thrower of the deep ball. I'm gonna put him at mid for now. Zach Wilson, backing up Tua, and he may see some starting time this year. Like I said, if Tua is unable to stay healthy, for now, Zach Wilson once again is locked into that backup role. As you could remember, he played with the Jets. He was drafted by them. Aaron Rodgers came in. He took a back seat, played with the Broncos last year a little bit, once again, as a backup. So I've seen enough of him. I think he does have a strong arm, and he's still relatively young. But right now, he's going to be our first trash quarterback. Now, we move to our first elite. Spoiler alert given away there with Josh Allen. Absolute stud. Dual threat quarterback, gets it done both ways, with his arm and his legs. What can you say about this guy? He just continues to get better and better. So, Mason Rudolph. Is he going to be Pittsburgh's starting quarterback week 1? Yet to see. Did not look great for the Titans last year. Of course, they had a terrible O-line. Not that many weapons to throw to. I've seen enough from Mason Rudolph throw. He's going into trash. Aaron Rodgers, I guess they have him grouped with the Steelers quarterback. I think that would be the best move for the Steelers to make if they want to win this year. Probably talent-wise, he's the greatest quarterback I've ever seen play in his prime. He was unreal with Green Bay. At this stage of his career, I kind of want to put him below average, but for now, I'm just going to put him kind of lower on the mid scale. Still above Tua, though. All right, our first Cleveland Brown quarterback, Dillon Gabriel. Played pretty good in college. Doesn't really have that strong of an arm. I don't know how well his game is going to translate to the next level. But yeah, he's got to go unproven for now. Shedeur, we all know the spectacle that was made of him during the draft, how far he fell, this and that. It's definitely too soon to write him off if he's going to do anything in the NFL or not. So we're going to put him unproven. Next up, Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's going to have to go under washed. He's kind of thrived in this backup role in recent years for a handful of teams. Super Bowl winning quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens of what feels like a lifetime ago. It's got to put him in a wash for now. Kenny Pickett, don't need to spend a whole lot of time on him. My wife, for those of you who don't know, is a Steelers fan. I've watched a lot of this kid. He's terrible. He's gonna be yeah, at the end on trashed. Lamar Action Jackson, MVP. This kid is special, man. A lot of people, when he was coming out of Louisville, said he wasn't going to be that good. I don't know what they were talking about. Ravens surely did. They've invested a boatload of money into him, and why not? He's phenomenal. Joe Burrow. Speaking of phenomenal, I think the knock on Lamar once again was coming out was he going to be that good of a quarterback? Should he change positions? Nobody said that with Joey Burr, Mr. Burrow. He's fantastic. I'm gonna put him in elite as well. His backup, Jake Browning. He's impressed me when he's had to play when Burrow's been out. I think he could be a lower end starter for some teams. But yeah, if I was, like I said, putting together a team, I wouldn't mind having Jake Browning as my backup quarterback. For now, we're gonna put him behind Justin Fields. AR Anthony Richardson. Man, I hate to write him off so soon. Being with the Colts organization, they haven't really had a lot to write home about in recent years. Michael Pittman's a decent receiver. Jonathan Taylor, good running back, but I think it's just too soon to write him off. So for now, we're gonna put him in unproven. Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones. As once again, as a Cowboys fan, I've seen him play a lot of football. Um, don't think he's great. Uh, I gotta lean more towards trash though. I'm gonna be honest. I think he's had a lot of opportunity with New York to do some good things. They put a lot of weapons around him. Of course, he's had Saquon running the ball. Yeah, but for now, we're gonna put him in trash. CJ Stroud, one of my favorite players in the league, took a little bit of a step back last year. Had a bit of a sophomore slump. I think he kind of rights that ship this year. Losing Tank Dell's gonna hurt, and obviously Stephon Diggs, but they got him some more playmakers in the draft. I'm gonna put him top 10 for now. Cam Ward, obviously he's got to go in unproven. Number one draft pick in the 2025 NFL draft out of Miami. To the Titans, the Tennessee Titans. Poorest division, so we'll see. He should play right away over Will Levis. Right now, he's going to go in unproven. Speaking of Will Levis, mayonnaise boy, yeah, he's got to go in trash, right? I mean, some of the turnovers he had last year were just kind of just head scratching. You're almost thinking to yourself, you see Brian Callahan on the sideline losing his mind. I think that's every Titans fan watching him last year. Trevor Lawrence, I got to be honest, I thought coming out, of Clemson, he was going to be a really good NFL quarterback. I thought his game was going to translate well. Maybe not Andrew Luckish, but close to that. And he just been unable to. If you want to blame it a little bit on Jacksonville's organization and the way that teams ran, sure. But I got to put him at below average. Patrick Mahomes, when it's all said and done, the GOAT. Definitely got to move him up to number one. Just what he's done, man, with all the AFC championships and Super Bowl appearances. Like I said, he gets it done with his arm and his leg. It don't matter who he's throwing to. He's got his security blanket in Travis Kelce, but still gets it done. Number 7, Geno Smith with a new team, the Raiders. Like I said, I thought he got a bad rap in Seattle. I think it was just kind of time, for them to start anew as well with Geno. This guy righted the ship on his career, man. I think when he was drafted, people didn't think he was going to be that good, and he's turned some heads. I'm going to put Geno at mid over Tua. Justin Herbie, pretty solid quarterback. They're going to want to run the ball more so in that hardball offense. Still steady and reliable when he's healthy. He's a top 10 quarterback. Bo Nix, once again, had a excellent rookie season last year for the Denver Broncos. We'll see if he kind of goes into that sophomore slump a little bit now that there's more game tape. But I got him at mid. Jalen Hurts, top 10, no doubt. I don't really understand all the naysayers. I think he obviously silenced a lot of those critics this past year winning the Super Bowl, but still there were people saying that he wasn't that good. Eagles don't need to sign him to a long-term deal. I don't really understand, their thinking. But yeah, top 10. Next up, Dak Prescott. Got a love-hate relationship with this guy, like Tony Romo. He's one of the greatest regular season quarterbacks statistically, but in the playoffs, the guy chokes. When the game's on the line, even in late regular season, if it's a win and get in for us, we're going home. So Dak, with that being said, his numbers are still great. QBR is elite. He's top 10. Russell Wilson, we're to the New York Giants. He's washed. Loved him when he was with Seattle. The Legion of Boom, the defense led that team. But also with Marshawn Lynch and Doug Baldwin and those guys, once won a Super Bowl. Jackson Dart. I like this pick a lot for the Giants. I thought the Steelers might take him. At Ole Miss, that Lane Kiffin offense, he was able to show a lot of potential. But yeah, he's obviously unproven for now. Jaden Daniels, the greatest rookie season any quarterback's ever had. He's just flat out special. He's a playmaker, the definition of a playmaker. We got him right on the fringe of elite. I can't put him elite after one season, but he's definitely top 10. Caleb Williams, as I talked about on my last podcast, feel like he got a bit of a bad rap last season. And we'll see what he does in this new offense with Ben Johnson coming over from Detroit. People say he's an offensive guru. We'll see. But yeah, he's still improving. Jared Goff. What can you say about this guy, man? And just what it means to have somebody believe in you the way Dan Campbell believes in this guy. I love second chances for quarterback to be able to go to a new location and prove that they belong in this league. It's outside my top 10. I got him pretty high up on the mid tier. JJ McCarthy, he was lost to injury his entire rookie year. They said if he would have came out this season, he was going to be the number 1 overall pick. Who knows? I don't know if there's much validity to that or not, but yeah, he's unproven for sure. Jordan Love, ate up by the injury bug last year. The year before that, like I said, knocked my Dallas Cowboys out of the playoffs. He's got a big arm, good stature in the pocket. Well, he turned the ball over a little bit too much for my taste this last year, but we'll see if he bounces back. I got him behind Dak. I don't know why Derek Carr's still on this list. He retired medically. And Tyler Show, Spencer Rattler's not on here. We'll see who's going to be the quarterback for the New Orleans Saints to start the season. I think they will go with Tyler Show because they spent a second-round draft pick on him. Number 9, Bryce Young. Once again, as I mentioned in my previous podcast, I like how he was able to he was able to bounce back from all his critics last year. Towards the end of the season, still think he is below average. Michael Penix Jr. We'll see, man. He's got the keys to the house for the Atlanta Falcons. Like I said, they invested a lot of money in Kirk Cousins and invested a lot of draft capital in this kid. So, for the Falcons fans, he better Falcons fans' sake, he better be good. So I'm going to put him in unproven. A lot of unproven guys so far. Kirk Cousins. As much as I love Kirk Cousins on that QB1 show on Netflix, I think he is washed. I think he is on the decline. We'll see if the Steelers try to trade for him, what happens. But at this stage of his career, yeah, he's washed. Baker Mayfield. Once again, similar to Jared Goff, all his old teams kind of wrote him off. And what has he done with the Tampa Bay Bucks? I mean, just it's exceptional what he's been able to do. Obviously, when you got a guy to throw to like Mike Evans, it helps. But Baker's tough as nails. He's going to play with any type of injury. Close to a top 10 quarterback. I got him right here over Rodgers. Kyler Murray. It's about as inconsistent as it comes, man. The guy can make some amazing plays, put together a little highlight reel, and then the next week, he's throwing for 70 yards and 4 picks. I don't really, man, know where to rate him. I think he's better than average. We're just gonna put him mid tier for now. Is it as much as it pains me to put Matthew Stafford in this category at washed? I kind of have to. I'm gonna put him high up on this list. He was able to win a Super Bowl just a couple years ago, bounce back from the shoulder injury and everything that's going on with him. Um, but yeah, as much as it pains me, I think he is one of the greatest regular season quarterbacks of all time. Glad he was able to win a ring. But yeah, I think he just needs to go ahead and pack it up. Number 14, Sam Darnold. Phenomenal year last year with the Minnesota Vikings. He was able to get paid. A lot of people, locally in Nashville area surrounding thought that the Titans would kind of fork over that money instead of drafting Cam Ward, but they ended up letting him go out the door to another team. So Sam Darnold, I think he played well enough to be on mid. We'll see what he does with Seattle. Jalen Milrow, I mean, how are you gonna be able to say anything but unproven for him right now? Thought he was drafted kind of high, out of Alabama. I mean, a great runner of the football, but I didn't really see, you know, really even glimpses of how good his arm is. So unproven for now. Brock Purdy, I think he's the most overrated quarterback in the league. Sure, when you've had guys to throw to like George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, Debo Samuel, I mean, you got that running game that Kyle Shanahan always has. Of course, he's going to succeed. A little better than a system quarterback, I'll admit, but yeah, he's definitely mid. He's not a top 10 quarterback in this league. And then once again, lastly, we're just going to go ahead so we don't have anybody left out. We're going to put Derek Carr into our wash category. So to recap this, in trash, we have Daniel Jones, Will Levis, Zach Wilson, Mason Rudolph, and Kenny Pickett. And unproven, a lot of guys. We got Drake May, Shador Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, Anthony Richardson, Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, Caleb Williams, JJ McCarthy, Tyler Show, Michael Penix Jr., and lastly, we have Jalen Milrow. In washed, as much as it pains me to list these first two guys, Kirk Cousins and Matthew Stafford, Joe Flacco, Russell Wilson, and once again, the injured Derek Carr. Below average, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Jake Browning, and Bryce Young. In mid, Baker Mayfield, Brock Purdy, Aaron Rodgers, Jared Goff, Geno Smith, Tua, Bo Nix, Kyler Murray, and Sam Darnold. Top 10, Jaden Daniels, CJ Stroud, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Dak, and Jordan Love. And lastly, to round out our top 10, I might add, the great Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joey Burrow. That's a wrap on today's episode, guys. I really appreciate you all tuning in. As always, be sure to drop a comment below, and please like, share, and subscribe at the Crossover Presents on YouTube. We'll see you next time.